first guitar I had for about 24 hours. It was a used guitar from a pawn shop. It was an old, I don't even know what kind it was. It was a no-name that played good, that my dad said that was a really nice guitar, but it turned out not to be that great. It had a bolt-on neck on the back and put new strings on it, and immediately the neck pulled away from the body on the guitar, so we took it back and got a brand new guitar, which was a Yamaha acoustic, which I still have. That's my acoustic guitar I still play. It's a nice guitar, good sounding guitar, so I still have it on. Let's see, I remember my dad and his two brothers would get together whenever they would get together at my uncle's house, usually in Omaha, and they were in a band together when they were in high school or just soon thereafter, and they're in a band called the Bel Airs, and they would get together for kind of family reunions and things and play all this folk music, and I hated it at first. I thought it was pretty hokey and was kind of embarrassed. Now I think it's pretty cool because they're old songs that no one really knows, but it sounds pretty cool. They all harmonize and they all play guitar. My dad does play banjo on some of the stuff, and so it's pretty cool. That was probably one of the first things I remember. Now I just think I have my own kind of style anymore. I suppose I do listen or kind of think of a certain style of song while I'm writing something or playing something, but there's so many different groups and styles of music that I like now that it's all kind of mashed into one. First, when I started writing music, it kind of started out as like kind of a goofy thing. It was just the first song I ever wrote that I remember actually writing down lyrics and everything too was a song about annoying girls called "Shut Up," and that was 13, but actually it was probably more like 15. But anymore, I think once I was maybe a junior or senior in high school, I started writing music that were more about either beliefs or kind of what's going on in my life. A lot of the stuff that I was writing in high school was more actually about religion more than anything. And then moving on to, relationships and things like that in your life, that's pretty easy to draw from. And there's I've written plenty of songs about breakups or just life situations, so that's pretty easy to write things about.
This song on the radio, do you think that one day you would know it was me standing here the whole time? Do you think that it would start to show the things that I had always known? There's a part of me that wants to hide. I said, honey, get back, and you don't wanna be in this. Stepped back, and what I found was your kiss. Tell you everything if you would only listen. There's so much that we've been missing. this. I'd tell you everything if you would only listen. There's so much that we've been missing. You could see it was me standing